Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Red Cell Gorilla. Yeah, I'm actually a real live human being. Um, I wouldn't say I'm a Fed boy anymore. I, you know, did my time and then left, especially because I thought things are just going crazy, crazy all over. And this one's a little bit of a special. I was going to go over my gear selection, my gear choice. Obviously, I'm not wearing any armor or anything today. I'm just out on patrol around the farm, and kind of wanted to talk about that shooting that went on in Nashville, and that hit a little close to home because I've got youngins that are about that age that didn't make it through that incident. So my heart goes out to those families, and I'm not even going to pretend to be able to imagine what you're going through. I'm very sorry for that. So my heart, my prayers are going out to you and your families. I know that doesn't do anything. And it's never going to be able to replace the pain in your heart. For my red cell guys out there, my gorillas, my apes, when I was talking about let's go ahead and prepare during peace, our peacetime stratagem, one of those things that I specifically spoke about was don't send your kids to school. Keep them at the home, and you can homeschool them just as well as anybody else. A lot of the states are barely meeting their own requirements in a public school, and you should probably just be the one teaching them yourself. I know most folks are not at home or at their own homes constantly and consistently, but it comes back to one of those things. Is it God first and family first? And then I have the massive blessing of being able to have a highly intelligent and well-educated partner who shares my views, and she does most of the homeschooling while I do the work. Like I said, for all you red cell folks out there, you may as well keep them home. Not only are they going to learn something that you don't want them to learn, or not necessarily something you don't want them to know about, just they're going to learn to view the world as somebody else wants them to view the world. But it's also clearly not super safe out there in the world. I don't want to say anything politically driven about guns and security at the moment, but I will say this. At that unfortunate time, the folks who were called were other personnel who had firearms to get rid of the shooter. And I'm glad she's dead, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of calling her by whatever fucking pronouns they don't give a shit about anyway. That's one of those things where it's a murder is a murder. I don't know too well yet. I still suspect that it's probably just like a lot of the other mass shootings or a lot of the other school shootings, where I will assume that White Cell is in control of it until I'm proven wrong otherwise. Just because of the specific weapons used, I thought that was kind of odd, having an AR platform, and it looked to me like that was what was used to breach, and then looks like a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 is what was used to do the dirty work. So, which is either a 9 or a 40. So I'm wondering if the shooter is inexperienced with the AR-15 platform and maybe it jammed or something, or just didn't have enough ammunition for it. Kind of odd to have 3 firearms in the first place. And yeah, I guess that's it on that. I just thought it was really odd. I will reiterate again to all the red cell out there, doesn't matter what your flavor is, to carry a weapon on you at all times. Obviously, there are bad people out there in the world that mean to do you harm or mean to do your family harm. And whether or not you have permission from the government, you should probably have something to aid yourself, aid your family, keep yourselves free from tyranny, whether it's others or from the government. I did notice that immediately there was a call for an assault weapons ban, and anything that holds over 10 rounds in a magazine or the capability to do that should be made illegal. That was not even, I don't think it's even been a day. I also find it kind of weird that a lot of media are backpedaling because we're getting wrapped around the axle, not that a bad deed was done or that children and innocent lives were taken, but rather that the responsibility is not somehow on the shooter who is out there doing the bad things, killing innocent children for absolutely no reason. And we got to come back and say, well, the police department misgendered this person. It's kind of odd that the story has gone from, well, there's a bad person out there murdering people and hurting people, to, well, what was the gender of the murder? I don't care. I don't care. I'm glad she got what was coming to her. Good job on the Nashville Metro Police. You know, good job on you guys being there. But, like I said, gorillas, if you're out there and you think your family is safe in a white cell institution, so yeah, if you think your kids are safe in a white cell institution, then we're sadly mistaken. That goes for any and all of us, whether it's our children or ourselves personally. I get that this was a private school or a charter school, so it's paid for by the parents, and that sounds good. Sounds like it should be a safe place to learn where they're not learning to just be communist zealots. But I think that is probably also why this school was targeted. Is it's a Christian school, being a Presbyterian church, and it's totally okay to hate and kill the white Christians, which the majority of the children and staff that were killed were white Christians, or you just happen to be a Christian. Doesn't matter what color you are. So I think that was a huge part of it. Communism hates Christianity because if you have devoted yourself to God, then you can't be devoted to the party or to the government, which is also a big no-no. So I guess it's okay to kill kids as long as they're Christian and they're in a Christian school. So like I said, if you're a red cell, you guys are parents, bring them home, keep them home. That's what I would do. I mean, we've already done that. I'm just letting you guys know now. Do it for yourselves. In transmission.